Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable. Your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but
you've never paid anything, so they're not trying to make you repay. They're trying to make you pay.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued to your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
I get the impression that he may be filing a special appearance on behalf of a sovereign citizen.
Ducky. Okay, we've got Mr. Myrick back. This is 25-00183. People of the City of Berkeley versus Kamash Daku Myrick.
Magistrate, I'm just going to acknowledge my presence for the record. Patrick Gagnick. I'm here as appointed counsel on behalf of the arraignment docket this morning. I did speak to Mr. Myrick in private. I did explain to him he does have the right to counsel. I explained to him, obviously, that right. He's indicated to me unequivocally that he does not want counsel. Mr. Myrick, is that a fair statement?
That is a fair statement.
So with that said, I'm here and present, but with that, I believe Mr. Myrick will address the court on his own behalf.
Mr. Myrick, you have the right to decline counsel. You also have the right to change your mind. If you do, just notify the court.
Yes, sir.
You've been charged in this citation that was issued on the 22nd day of January at about 5:58 in the morning with driving in the city of Berkeley on Henley near Franklin Street while your license to do so was suspended. Driving on a suspended license is a crime for which you could be incarcerated up to 93 days and or fined $500. You have a right to a trial. Trial can be before a judge or a jury. You can act as your own attorney or you can be represented by counsel. If you cannot afford to retain your own attorney, an attorney can be appointed for you. You'd have the right to confront and cross-examine the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to testify yourself or not to testify. In the event that you choose not to testify, your silence cannot be used against you. You have the right to be presumed innocent until you're proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
No, sir. I don't even understand the charges here.
The charge is driving a car on the streets of the city of Berkeley while you're not licensed. You're suspended. That's the allegation.
Well, I totally understand, and I would love to plead, Your Honor. But before I have some questions on the record before moving forward and concerning the subject matter of the jurisdiction and the nature and cause of the action that's brought against me.
The nature of the cause brought against you is a criminal charge.
Okay.
Alleging that you were operating a motor vehicle on the streets of the city of Berkeley while your driver's license was suspended by the Michigan Secretary of State. That is the nature of the charges brought against you.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, are you saying that these are criminal charges?
Yeah.
Okay, Your Honor. Further, that brings a little bit more confusion for me because under the Constitution, there are two criminal jurisdictions. One is under the common law, and the other one is under Admiralty, and that's a military tribunal venue. And under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17. Which one of these criminal jurisdictions am I being brought on charges under?
Mr. Myrick, your perception as to the nature of the Constitution and its implications is grossly distorted. You're not dealing with reality.
Objection, Your Honor.
You can object all day long, but the bottom line is that what you are alleged with doing is a crime, and you can face you are facing criminal prosecution here with a potential jail sentence of 93 days. Now, this isn't complicated. If you want to come up with words that don't make sense, keep talking. But the bottom line is that there's no correlation with what's going on here and Admiralty law whatsoever. And the common law is a civil concept. We have statutes in the state of Michigan, as do all 50 of the states. The federal courts have statutes, and common law is a civil thing. There's no common law crimes.
Exactly. So you've ruled out the common law, Your Honor. So the other criminal jurisdiction that I can be brought in charges under is under Admiralty, and that is a military tribunal.
There is no basis in law or fact for the conclusion that you stated, sir.
Your Honor, you said that I'm under a criminal. This is a criminal charge, correct?
Yeah.
So which of the two criminal jurisdictions?
You haven't heard what I've said, sir. This is not a matter of having the two choices that you have spoken to.
Wow.
You are misreading the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes that are brought against you here. There's nothing to do with Admiralty. You weren't in a boat.
Well, Your Honor, you too have a sworn oath of office, correct?
I am sworn to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and the statutes related thereto. And that means that I'm not going to.
So you do have a Sixth Amendment obligation to inform me of what jurisdiction.
And I think I have done that. I have told you that the people of the city of Berkeley have brought charges against you.
Well, Your Honor, the people is not a person. If I'm being brought up under criminal charges, there needs to be a corpus delicti, which there isn't. So I'm asking you.
Do you know any other legal words? Why don't you just mix and match them here?
Well,
maybe you could get a Department of Labor form and read a couple lines of that into this record too. Or maybe you'd like to deal with the probate code. But the reality, sir, is that you've been charged with a city ordinance violation. It's clear what the ordinance says. It's clear what you've been charged with. You have a right to be presumed innocent, and you have a right to a trial. We're going to set this for a pre-trial before the trial. You'll be notified by mail. Do you still live on Mendota?
I do, but I have
What is your phone number?
I'm not issued a plea, Your Honor.
I have entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf.
I object.
What is your phone number?
You cannot enter a plea. I have not entered a plea.
I just did.
Your Honor.
What is your phone number?
There is no plea that you can put in or in, because I didn't voluntarily enter in the plea, Your Honor. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
You want me to enter a plea of guilty?
Under the two jurisdictions that
there's not two jurisdictions.
There's only two jurisdictions that I can be charged under the Constitution,
no, that's
Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick. That's what your conclusion that there's only two jurisdictions here is absolutely without merit.
Your Honor, you said that this is a criminal charge. I'm asking you, Your Honor.
I'm asking you what your phone number is. Let's get down to basics here. You're making this very hard on yourself.
Your Honor, I
What's
have
your
the
phone
right
number?
to assert my right, Your Honor. And
What is your phone number?
Your Honor.
What is your phone number?
My phone number, Your Honor, is.
Yes, I'd like to know it.
Your Honor, we haven't even established what jurisdiction we're in.
I have established that. I told you it's the people of the city of Berkeley that brought the charges against you.
Your Honor,
you said that three times now.
You stated on the record that these were criminal charges, Your Honor. I need to have an understanding. By the Constitution, Your Honor, there are only two criminal charges.
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
Say again, Your Honor?
Where does the Constitution say you have to have an understanding?
By the Sixth Amendment, Your Honor. The
Sixth Amendment says you have to understand. The Sixth Amendment can't make you understand if you're being unreasonable.
But, Your Honor, I have the right to understand what jurisdiction I'm being brought under, and you have an obligation to inform me of that jurisdiction, Your Honor.
Which I have done about 17
by the
times.
Constitution under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 17, Your Honor.
Mr. Myrick, your bond is $1,000 cash or surety. It must be paid within 48 hours or there'll be a warrant issued for your arrest.
Your Honor.
That's done. We're through. Good luck.
Your Honor.
Get your own lawyer.
Your Honor, you have not given me a jurisdiction, Your Honor.
I've given you a jurisdiction 4 times. I'm not going to waste any more time.
Your Honor, I think you there was a disconnection or something.
No, I disconnected you. If you want to continue, come to the courthouse, sir.
Your Honor.
Come to the courthouse if you want to continue the conversation.
I would like to move for dismissal.
I would like, it's not going to be, no.
I would like to move.
You're gone.
She's the Phoebe for chocolate. Oh my God. Oh, we're recording magistrate.
Peninsula Place versus Trellis Lane.
Lawrence Krefman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Hey, Jan, how you doing?
Okay, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Yana, can I get sworn in?
No.
You said no.
Yes, that 2-letter. Mr. Krefman, how much is owing on this account?
Your Honor, the rent to retain possession is $1,978.19 plus court costs of $161 for a total of $2,131.19.
Sir, how do you intend upon getting that paid?
Yana, I am the first-hand witness. I have certain facts obtained a matter of hand. I am the beneficiary of my estate. I am the taxpayer. I am the signed person by the Social Security Administration. That card is in my name. I don't know if you got any of my emails.
No, I got them all.
And I also sent the hard copy to the court. I don't know if they'll have time to get there. It should arrive at 10:30. Like I was stating, I want to have a motion to be on behalf of the plaintiff. I've shown all proof that I have an interest and ownership on this account, and I've been performing, and they have not been accepting my payments.
They haven't been accepting your payments?
They have not. I sent the letters.
How much? Did you send it in U.S. currency?
I sent them by my endorsement.
Okay, that wasn't my question. My question was, are you sending it in U.S. currency?
No, Your Honor, we don't have currency. All we have is credit.
I see. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. When's my trial? When can I set it?
You want to do a trial?
Yes. Yeah. Or whatever. Every day I got.
Do you want to do it after the 3rd since we're on?
At what time? No, because those other people will be here.
Ah, okay.
Just give me a date.
Monday the 9th at 1:30.
All right, real good. So here's what I'm going to do. I may as well just skip the formalities. I'm going to set this for non-jury trial Monday, January 9th, 2023 at what time?
1:30.
At 1:30. That will be that will be in person.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Look forward to it. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Happy holidays.
Yes, and to you, sir.
Alrighty.
Court does call the case. Peninsula Place versus, is it Trellis Lane?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. David Tenant here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Sir, your name?
Sorry, Judge. Trellis Lane.
All right, this is the date for non-jury trials, and this is a non-payment of rent case. How much is the plaintiff claim is owing?
Your Honor, the total balance at this time is $3,320.17 plus court costs of $161.
3,000, I'm sorry, 3,000.
$3,320.17.
All right.
Your Honor,
Sir, of that amount, is there any that you believe that you owe?
no,
You were going to say something.
I was gonna ask to Jack what he was about to say as far as about the numbers. About saying what I owe, but you already answered the question. I mean, ask me the question.
And
I
Mr.
can break
Fenn,
down that amount if you want me to, Your Honor.
pardon?
I can break down the amount if you'd like me to.
Just one moment, we'll get to that. Sir, can I ask you, I received the documents from you. Is there a reason why you don't think you owe that amount?
Because it's already been paid, Your Honor. Far as reporting adverse information about a co-signer Act 211 of 1989. Peninsula Place is trying to held me liable as the co-signer when I have interest and a signature and I'm a natural person. So they're trying
Okay,
to
so,
hold liable.
okay, so let me ask you this.
Okay.
Just so that I have the background on it. You reside in this unit that's at, I think 315B
Correct.
at 1000. You reside there.
That's my place of abode.
Well, you live there, right?
Depends what you're talking about. I'm acting as a consumer. So, far as like my, and they're on special appearance and my estate stays there. But as far as a natural man, I don't have no, place. As far as my estate and my,
Okay, so when whoever is in this courtroom leaves here to go to what they would call home, where does this person that's sitting here go?
to my place of abode, Your Honor.
Which is where?
A Plenus place.
Okay, at the 315B.
Correct.
All right, that's what I need to know. Okay. Do you have a ledger?
And I'll give Mr. Lane a copy also.
Thank you.
And Mr. Fantera, this would be your witness, is
Yes.
that correct? Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we have her and Mr. Lane sworn in, please?
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Right hand. So swear affirm the testimony you're about to give. Okay.
I do.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Your Honor, could I give you real quick context on that?
Yes, please.
We had a previous case last summer where Mr. Lane received Sarah funds. And when we had I have a copy, I have a case number, I have a copy of the unsigned copy of the COD. That was entered on September 9th. SOS paid his rent through September, and it left a small balance of, I think about $119, which we waived. So the balance, even though it doesn't show it on there because we didn't actually get the SOS check till sometime later, his rent at the end of September was $0.
Got it.
So the total balance that's on there is 5 months of rent at $513, water and sewer bills, electric bills. There's not even any late fees. And then there's 161 in court costs. So I just want to clarify that, in fact, none of this goes back past September 30th. In fact, I don't know if you remember, we actually, when we had the previous case, Mr. Lane had sued Peninsula Place seeking the return of all money he paid forever. and he denied that he owed money, but simultaneously applied for Sarah, and he denied he applied for Sarah. You verified with probably Aaron at the time that he had applied for Sarah. He ended up getting Sarah funds. He would not sign the COD, and then you basically gave him a choice. I'll enter the COD, or we'll have a trial and I'll give you a judgment. But sounds like he's raising some of the same stuff now that he attempted to raise.
Your Honor, free to speak.
Go ahead, sir.
So, Your Honor, when I applied for, so at first I didn't know what I was applying for. So when I applied for Sarah funding, I ended up giving my principal information, which was my name, my date of birth, and my social security number. Basically, I'm here today saying that I gave my principal to Peninsula Place and I've never received any consideration.
Your Honor, I don't understand what that means.
I again, I don't know what that means. However, are you Trellis Lane? That's a yes or no. Because I'll tell you, if you are, then we'll go ahead with the trial. If you're not Trellis Lane, then I'm going to give them a judgment by default because Trellis Lane hasn't shown.
I'm here on special appearance.
No, you can't do that. You are not an attorney at law because you can't appear for somebody else. So my question is, and I'll ask it again, are you Trellis Lane?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. So, Mr. Lane, October of 2022, did you pay rent to the landlord?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and how did you pay that?
I'm paying with my credits that's on file. So I sent instructions back in May, basically to get my account zero every month.
You do what?
I sent instructions back in May, then I sent another one to December to the CEO.
The CEO of what?
American Campus Communities. Saying it right. So he's seen my email, so he's aware of what's going on. Basically, like I say, I'm looking for consideration. I have not been getting no consideration, no adequate consideration.
Well, you get adequate consideration for the contract and any payment by virtue of the fact that you have a residence. So I don't think consideration is even an issue.
Well, Your Honor, I have several questions.
Well, you can go ahead and ask your questions, but I don't know. Let me just ask this. October 2022, how did you pay your rent?
I paid with my took the bill, I endorsed it.
Did you give them cash?
We don't have,
We being whom?
I'm saying, it's a credit system, Your Honor.
So what?
Credit system. We don't.
So who's in charge of this credit system?
So who's in charge?
Surely.
I mean, we haven't had money since 1933, the American Bacon Act.
We being whom? Who are you talking about when you say we haven't had money? Who is we?
As far as like the United States haven't had money since 19.
Oh, they definitely have, and I spent my share. So I don't know. You're saying you gave them credit.
Yes.
In what form did you give them credit in the month of October 2022?
Then credit, I took the bill, which they give me a bill every month, which is a statement. I take the statement. If you want to, I can show you what I'm doing.
I know what he's referring to. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Well, show him, and then
I got copies for him. Here's what he's getting, Your Honor. We have a third-party billing company called Zigo. And so what they do is every month they bill the utilities. So he gets this bill, and then you'll see at the bottom what he writes is pay to the order of Peninsula Place. And so what he's taken, so for example, the top one, says pay to the order of Peninsula Place, $662.12. That amount is his monthly rent plus the $123.12 in utilities that are at the top. There's 3 of these that I've attached. So what he does is he cuts off the bottom and he mails that in as with instructions to pay to the order of Peninsula Place as if that's a check.
Have this marked as plaintiff's exhibit and 2. The ledger being 1. But Mr. Lane, you have a copy of what I've marked as plaintiff's exhibit 2. Is what Mr. Fantera described, is that correct? Is that what you do?
Yes, I'm accepting the credits that's given to me and I'm transferring to that.
Who's giving you this credit? They who?
So Peninsula Place, so in the beginning, when I signed up with Peninsula Place, I gave my principal information. So those payments are supposed to come to me as credit. So
what payments?
The payments that's coming every month. So those payments, they're trying to hold me liable for it, and I'm taking the credits that I'm receiving and dishing it back to them, to Peninsula Place.
Who's giving you credit?
You said who's giving me credit?
Yeah.
I have credit, Your Honor. I have a security interest.
In what?
And this so-called contract with Peninsula Place.
Okay, but who's giving you credit? Young man, you keep using these terms, payment, credit, and it seems to me as I'm listening to you that you're using them improperly. So my question is, have you paid anything to the plaintiff in US dollars or anything that evidences US dollars?
No, I haven't paid in US dollars.
Or anything evidencing US dollars, like a check, credit card, anything like that.
So this is.
No, that's a yes or no.
Can you repeat the question, Your Honor?
Have you, let me just break it apart so we get it real clear. Have you paid for the months of October 2022, November 2022, December 2022, January 2023, or February of 2023? Have you paid to anything to Peninsula Place in US dollars?
No, Your Honor.
Have you paid anything to them that is evidence of an account which holds US dollars?
Yes, Your Honor.
What? And what account is it attached to? You better be careful about answering my question. Because if you're telling me that you gave them or paid them something that evidences an account that can access US dollars, show it to me.
You said that's access to US dollars? Right here.
What is that? What Mr. Fantera just gave?
Yes.
How does that access US dollars?
Because, Your Honor, this account, I'm the holder and I have the interest.
Then show me the balance on that account.
They show you the balance?
Yep.
Just showed you the balance.
No, you haven't shown me anything. Show me the balance on the account. If you give somebody something that evidences that they can access US dollars, then there is a balance on that account in terms of what you're giving them. Much as if somebody gave a check to them, they would be able to show the account for which they can then present that check and receive US dollars. Show me that account, Mr. Lane.
Like I said, Your Honor, I don't know what else you're asking for. This is
No, you know exactly what I'm asking for.
you're asking for something that's coming out.
Something that evidences that by that piece of paper that you've given them, that they can access US dollars.
Okay. I don't have any other account besides this, Your Honor.
You don't have any what?
I said I don't have any other evidence besides this right here.
That does not show me that they can access US dollars.
Okay.
Where would they take that to, in your mind? Where would they take that to access the United States dollars?
Put it on the ledger.
Where would they take it to access US dollars?
So, okay. So, Your Honor, so I got a question. As far as landlord and tenant relationships, it's in here.
I'll try to answer your question as soon as you answer mine.
Okay.
Where would they take it to access US dollars?
They would take it and take the check and put it on a ledger with my credit. Because if I owe something, Your Honor, it would be in a negative balance. How can I pay something that's in a positive balance? How can
You don't have a positive balance.
this is
You have given them a piece of paper that you yourself just said is a check. So where would they take that to access your account
so, Your Honor,
and receive US dollars?
they're acting in dishonor. They're taking it and they never said anything about or object to it. So it was off.
Oh, they're objecting now, certainly. Where would they take it, Mr. Lane?
So where would they take it? I mean, as far as they have a security deposit deposition bond. So they have it in a financial institution.
What financial institution
I'm not.
would they take it to get cash from your check, as you call it, that would then be debited from your account? Where would they take it?
Debited. So what about the credits, Your Honor?
I don't see a credit.
On this paper, it says credit payments and credits.
That's not what it means, to the extent it says that. You have no credit. Where would they take it to get US dollars?
So where would they take it? They would take it out of my trust, Your Honor.
Out of your trust.
Yes.
Where is this trust located?
We all have a trust in me.
Okay, let's say we all do. I'm not accepting your premise, but let's say we all do. Where is your trust located?
I'm not sure where it's located, Your Honor, but
So if they wanted US dollars for this thing you purport to be a check, you can't tell them where to take it.
in the Treasury,
Which treasury?
the Treasury,
Oh, so they have to go to the US Treasury with this thing that purports to be a check. Really?
they was pulling from the Treasury. That's why they asked for my
Who
information.
is pulling from the Treasury?
Peninsula Place, Your Honor.
So Peninsula Place is pulling from the US Treasury.
I got the account attached to my name with my social and my information.
So they're pulling from the US Treasury because of that?
Say that again?
So because of that, they're pulling from the US Treasury?
I mean, they're charging the account. So this account has my information tied into it, which is showing that it's already prepaid. So what they're trying to do is Peninsula is trying to make me repay.
You've never paid anything, so they're not trying to make you repay, they're trying to make you pay.
Your Honor, so how did we get here if I provided my information to Peninsula Place?
We got here because you have never provided them anything
Okay.
to pay on this account in US dollars or anything evidencing US dollars. That's how we're here for 5 months. You haven't done that.
Okay. So in the contract, it says payment and then specify what type of payment.
I'm asking you, have you paid them in US dollars?
No, payment credit.
But you have no credit.
Your Honor, this is evidence.
Hold on.
Okay.
In order to pay in credit, if you will, you must have something that evidences a balance on that credit. I've already asked you once. Why not? I'll ask you again. Show me something that evidences the credit.
That shows the credit. His birth certificate and a social security number showing my line of credit that I applied.
So how much is in that line of credit?
You say how much is in the line of credit?
Sure. If you got a line of credit, it's got to have a value. So how much is in it?
I believe everybody has $1 billion.
I didn't ask everybody. I'm asking how much is in your line of credit?
Well, for what Peninsula Place, whatever.
No, I'm asking you. You're saying that your birth certificate and the social security, you have a line of credit. I don't believe that to be the case, but what the heck? Let's ask you, how much is then in your line of credit?
Not sure, Your Honor.
So if you're not sure how much is in there, and you give them this thing that evidences, as you're saying, let's just take this 1 month of $662.12, you don't know if that can be subtracted from that credit you supposedly have.
I'm believing at least $1 billion worth of credit, Your Honor.
Oh, you have $1 billion worth of credit.
We all have credit, Your Honor.
Well, I'm not worried at this point about anybody else's credit. I'm worried about yours. You're saying you have $1 billion, but you have nothing that shows me that you have $1 billion worth of credit. Mr. Lane, plaintiff is.
The defendant keeps measuring every question against a belief he already accepts, instead of the legal standard the court is applying. That can feel convincing from the inside, but in court, unsupported theories never replace evidence. Once credibility separates from proof, every later argument becomes much harder to persuade a judge.
Claiming that you owe them $3,320.17. Tell me every reason why I should not give them a judgment for that amount.
That's going against Michigan Consumer Protection Act.
What particular provision are you claiming of the Michigan Consumer Protection Act?
Enter into a consumer transaction in which the consumer waives or purports to waive the right, benefit, or immunity provided by law, unless a waiver in clearly state and the consumer has specified consent to it. I never gave no consent.
What have they asked you to waive?
You said where they asked me to waive
Mm-hmm.
my rights.
To
As a
what?
consumer.
As a consumer of what?
You said a consumer of what?
Yeah.
Of this contract.
What rights did they ask you to waive?
My interest.
What interest?
I have an interest in this so-called contract.
Oh, you do. You also have certain obligations under that contract.
So I have obligations.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like payment.
Okay. According to, like I say, landlord and tenant relationship, pay the landlord for all the rent arranged under this rental agreement. That's basically what I have the security deposit for.
No, your security deposit is not under Michigan law for that reason.
What is for, Your Honor? That's what it says, security deposit permissible uses.
There is no security deposit under this lease. They do not require a security deposit. It's zero.
Okay. Even worse.
Under which
You don't have a security deposit.
Your security deposit is zero. You did not pay a security deposit when you moved in. This client does not require.
you say move in. All this from where?
And even if you had one, the Security Deposit Act, you can't apply it.
Sorry.
So what other reason do you have why you don't owe this money?
And what other reason?
Yeah, you told me Landlord-Tenant Relationship Act, which you haven't pointed to a particular provision. You talked about a security deposit of which you have none, so that can't be a reason. I don't know, and you haven't pointed to anything under the Landlord-Tenant Relationship Act that would even be applicable in this particular case regarding the monies that you owe. You cited the Michigan Consumer Protection Act. There's been no benefit that they've denied you, no interest that they denied you. So that can't apply. Give me anything else as to why you don't owe this.
Anything else why I don't owe? I don't understand what else that you're looking for. like I said,
I want you to tell me every reason why I should not say and give them a judgment for this, the $3,320.17 plus their cost.
so Your Honor, I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Which part?
You saying, so how is this not like a contract of adhesion that is more beneficial to Peninsula Place?
I don't know what that meant. Explain what you're trying to say to me.
So it's two parties, and I consider the weaker party. So they wrote this contract and all in the benefit for them. So where did I have any say so in this contract?
Well, you had the big say so of no, you didn't have to sign it.
So ain't that false and misleading? There was never no.
No, it's not false and misleading.
It's supposed
They
to be
didn't-
disclosure.
They didn't force you to sign it. You signed it.
So I'm signing. So is this a loan that I'm getting from Peninsula Place?
No, you are not getting a loan from Peninsula Place.
So,
You are renting an apartment.
correct.
In consideration for the use of that apartment, which belongs to Peninsula Place, you're to pay them rent. You haven't for the last 5 months. Actually, you didn't pay it before then because Sarah paid it, but you haven't paid rent for the last 5 months.
Yeah, no, all bills are prepaid.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Your bill is not prepaid.
Like I said, it's in the positive balance. If I owe anything, it will be in the negative.
I don't even know what that means because your positive versus negative is different than anybody else I've ever come across.
You said my positive is.
Yes, right now you're in the negative of about $3,320.17.
Yana, when I log into my portal, it shows a positive balance. I can't owe something in a positive balance. It's just if I log into my app on my mobile device to look at my bank account, it's in a positive balance.
Your bank account.
Yes, this is a positive balance. If I owe anything, it will be.
So you have the money. So you have $3,320.17.
I'm giving an example.
What's giving an example?
If I owe anything, it'll be in the negative.
I don't know what that means. You
So-
don't have a credit on this account. You owe them $33.20.17.
If I don't have a credit, Yana, how did they make up an account number with all my information? I had to give them something.
Yeah, you gave them your information. The only thing you haven't done is give them money.
So in other words, you're telling me that I have to repay them, which is already paid.
You never paid it.
Okay.
No matter how many times you keep saying it, you never paid it.
Like I said, John,
You've never paid anything since October.
I have federal questions.
You have federal questions. Okay, well, you can take those up where they'll hear those. I don't know what federal questions you have because every state question that you attempted to try to raise falls flat on its face. There's no violation of the Michigan Consumer Protection Act. There's no violation of the Truth in Renting Act. You haven't paid anything. You won't show me an account where that even evidences that you have the money. You haven't paid it.
So this account right here doesn't show my name, Your Honor.
You don't have an account. If you're talking about a financial account, you don't have an account. You haven't shown me one. I've asked you for it. You haven't shown it to me.
Like I said, the account is right here, Your Honor.
That's not your account.
So who account is it? It has my name on it.
You keep calling it an account. It is not an account. You'll have a lot of things that will have your name on them. They aren't your account.
They're tied into with me, and I have an interest.
Okay. You can have an interest. You can have all of that. You have nothing where they could go and get cash. Nothing where they could go and get anything that would even remotely represent payment on this account. And you haven't done so for the last 5 months.
So, Your Honor, on this ledger, it say payments credit.
Look, I'm not going to sit up there and go back and forth with you on that. I've asked you just plain out. Tell me every reason why you don't think you owe this money.
So, Your Honor, I'm a responsible party, and I gave my endorsements. They accepted, and I'm demanding payment. They never gave me pay. Like I said, I have my birth certificate, I have the social security number showing that I am the
Do you
home.
have a bank account?
My bank account? What does the bank account have to do with?
Because that's usually how people pay for their rent.
Your Honor, all I'm doing is enforcing my rights.
I'm not sure which rights you think you're enforcing because I haven't heard one yet. Is there any other reason you believe that you don't owe this 332017 that you have not already stated to me?
Any other reason? No, I don't have any other reason besides, like I said, Your Honor, it's already prepaid. And they're trying to make me pay twice, acting in dishonor, accepting and not returning, not saying anything of it. They're not accepting. So they've been taking it ever since I started, maybe March last year?
Ma'am, your name is
It's Jane.
Jane, full name?
Jane Hogan.
Ms. Hogan? And what is your position with Peninsula Place?
I'm the property general manager.
Okay. And you would be familiar with the books and ledger regarding this particular unit?
Yes.
You had an opportunity to review that prior to coming to court today. Is it true that $3,320.17 is the balance that's owed on this account?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Sir, is there any other reason why you don't think you owe that money?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I'm about ready to rule.
Roll, I thought I was supposed to get a jury trial.
No. I set this for trial sometime back in December, actually.
So you waived it for a non-jury trial?
Sir, you gave no objection nor requested a jury trial. So
Yeah, I gave no objection. Okay.
when I set the date on December 23rd, there was no objection to it. And because you had not requested a jury trial at any given point. So I'm not even going to get into that. You waived that right. Any other reason why you don't think you owe the money that's been testified to, sir?
Oh, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Pantera, you forego closing argument.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, anything else you want to say to the court?
So I have federal questions to appeal a higher court.
Yeah. As soon as I enter my judgment, you'll be able to appeal all you want, if you can perfect it. So the court, having heard the testimony in this case, the court would find that plaintiff has sustained their burden of showing that the defendant owes $3,320.17 in outstanding rent and charges on this account. And the court would order a judgment to the plaintiff in that amount, plus its cost. That would constitute then the redemption amount on this premises. The defendant would have 10 days to pay that, which means he would have to pay that by February 24th, or a writ of restitution or order of eviction may issue. I will sign a judgment.
Should I show it to Mr. Lane?
Show it to him if you'd like, or you can present it to the court. I've issued my judgment. The court has signed that judgment. Thank you.
Although these proceedings involve different types of cases, they follow the same pattern. In both, the defendants try to change the conversation away from the legal question the court must answer. One focuses on jurisdiction theories and constitutional language. The other insists that rent has already been paid through a personal credit system that the court repeatedly asks him to prove. Courts do not decide cases by choosing between competing beliefs. They decide them by applying statutes to evidence. That difference becomes increasingly important as each judge narrows the discussion back to a single question. Is there admissible proof supporting the claim being made? When that proof never arrives, the legal argument begins to collapse regardless of how confident it sounds. Many sovereign citizen arguments rely on phrases like special appearance, common law, admiralty jurisdiction, beneficiary, strawman, or secret government credit accounts. Those ideas may circulate widely online, but repeating familiar terms is not the same as establishing a legal defense. Courts require documents, records, witnesses, and law that actually applies to the dispute before them. Another important lesson is strategic. Rejecting appointed counsel, refusing to answer direct questions, or replacing factual responses with unrelated legal theories often shifts attention away from the strongest arguments a defendant could have made. That weakens credibility, at the very moment credibility matters most. Across both hearings, the judges continue returning to the same foundation: identify the charge, identify the evidence, apply the law, and move the case forward. Once that process stays grounded in the record, unsupported theories cannot change the outcome. Small decisions inside a courtroom rarely stay small. They shape credibility, influence judicial discretion, and often determine whether a case moves toward resolution or toward even greater legal consequences.